Bloomberg UTV.
With a check-in and see how Accentia is doing. This is one of the companies that's in focus today. On the show, we'll bring up the stock and then you'll see that it's been gaining quite a bit. It's up almost 1% today at 296. It's a Kochi-based US-focused BPO LPO company, and its main business services include healthcare receivables management and also medical transcription, coding and billing. And just looking at the stock, in fact, the stock's been up 28% over the last 1 month. The volumes have been looking a little range-bound at the 5-day average. We're joined with the management over here. Pradeep Viswambaran is in the studios. He's the CEO of Accentia Tech. He joins us to give us a sense of where the company is going. Mr. Viswambaran, good morning. Thanks so much for being with us. First of all, tell us a little bit more about your consolidated revenue and profit, and also give us an EPS guidance for FY11.
Good. We normally don't give the forward-looking statements from the company side, but still looking at the first quarter, I'm confident of achieving close to around 340 crores this year. The EPS should be somewhere around 66 rupees per share at the end of the year.
Okay, and just looking at the growth rate over the last 3 years, 98% CAGR, profits have been up at like 114% CAGR. So do you think it's possible to sustain these high growth rates?
Well, inorganic growth strategy is one of the fundamentals of our growth model for the last 8 years. And we have done quite a bit of acquisitions both in US, UK as well as in India. And that has driven our growth to the extent of 114% CAGR so far. And currently we have stabilized in HRCM area, that's a healthcare receivable cycle management space with transcription, coding, billing and collections. And at present we are now moving on to the legal process outsourcing as well as the SaaS delivery model in the healthcare area. SaaS model includes the PACS, that's picture archiving and communication solutions, as well as service also part of it. So the hospital will not have to go for different services from different vendors, including the technical maintenance as well as the integration of the equipment in the hospital.
Right.
So that's going to drive our growth in the next couple of years.
And just looking at most of your business comes obviously from US clients, and then we've just seen the whole healthcare system in the United States being overhauled. So give us a sense of how that's potentially going to affect your business.
Oh, that's going to be a big bonanza for us, actually, looking at the statutory regulation they brought in to change the way the healthcare receivable cycle management operates. That opens up a huge opportunity for companies like us who predominantly look at technology to change the processes. So now Obama government is forcing the physicians as well as the hospitals to change into a EMR-driven transcription, coding, billing and collection process, where we are planning to enter in a big way through our technology background. So this is going to open up a huge business opportunity for us. Actually, it is a boon for us rather than a bane.
Okay, so you're sounding very optimistic in terms of revenues. Would you be able to put a figure on that one?
Yeah, the basic premises on which this healthcare reforms are brought in the US is that more people have to be brought into the insurance system.
Right.
That itself will bring in around 20% more business in the UK healthcare segment. So that 20% is automatically there. But we are not just focusing on that. Rather, we are focusing on this mandatory regulation of changing to the EMR system, where we are offering an integrated EMR-based healthcare receivable management system, where each physician is offered a subsidy of around $30,000 for moving in. So that's where our whole revenue projections are going to come from.
Okay. Also, you mentioned that you're foraying into the LPO segment. Give us a sense of what your plans are going ahead for this particular segment.
Yeah, in the LPO segment, we are starting off with the acquisition of a company which is one of the pioneers of LPO in India. So that's going to be our foundation for growth. And we have already put in place a network system in the US as well as UK for this growth. So everything will be starting off in a month's time.
In a month's time. Okay. And also, in terms of acquisitions, you mentioned that you were looking at acquisitions in the United States and UK. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, in the UK we have already signed an MOU with a company called IQ Group, that is Centric, Tactic and Neologic. This is a very high-end technology company which is focusing on the PACS system, that is picture acquisition and communication solution for hospitals. And this company, main clientele includes General Electric as well as aviation sector, etc. So this technology acquisition from them, along with our service delivery strength, is going to give the SaaS model delivery in both US and UK.
Right.
This is what the underlying reason for this acquisition in the UK.
Right. Okay, I think that covers all that we needed to ask you right now, Mr. Pradeep Viswambaran. Thanks so much for coming into the studios to speak with us. Pradeep Viswambaran over there, the CEO of Accentia Tech, giving us a sense of where the company is going. Remember, they have very high growth rates. Over the last 3 years, we've seen a 98% CAGR, 114% profit CAGR. So just looking at their plans, he sounds pretty optimistic about where the company is going. Let's bring up the stock again and see how that's doing. And you'll see it's in the green, gaining more than about 2%. That is a wrap on the show, but remember, all the market action continues right here on Bloomberg UTV. Stay with us. Surabhi is up next. She'll take it forward from here.